free. Start your text with CWR, please, this morning. We're going to head back to Kenilworth, where Richard has been hanging out with the Queen of Recycling, and her recycling raises much-needed funds as well. Tell us a bit more about this, Richard.
Yes, it's an incredible journey this morning, Phil, I have to say. When you think about it, where this crisp packet that we've sorted, or this toothbrush, who would have thought on the journey of these two things that you're going to find out about you reducing landfill, allowing people to recycle who couldn't have maybe before, making money for charity, and then apart from that, in addition, helping young people's well-being. All that from a crisp packet or a toothbrush or makeup or razors. May, it's been fascinating this morning. We know how the stuff gets here because you go out and collect it. We've sorted it into the boxes, but the guess is, what's the next jump then? What happens now we've sorted these boxes?
So when it comes to minimum wage, then we box them up together, and then I will request a postage label from TerraCycle.
Those are the people who do the recycling.
That's right. And then I can either ask for a pickup, I can bring it to a drop-off point, or in post lockers. So then it goes to TerraCycle, and then TerraCycle will wash them and then shred them. And then they save until they have enough of the weight, and then they process it into pallets, plastic pallets.
And that could be your garden furniture in the future. So your garden furniture that you're sitting on in the future could be this toothbrush that's gone through that journey.
That's right.
Now, the big thing as well is you get points which then change into money, and then that money goes to the Kenilworth Centre. Explain to us how that works.
Right, so there's a minimum weight where TerraCycle will weigh it when they receive it, and then they allocate points, and that money comes from the sponsor, and each program has a free recycling program has a sponsor, so it's the manufacturer that sponsors them, so that the points becomes money, and then the money goes directly paid into the your choice of charity.
In your case, the Kenilworth Centre, the community
right.
centre. And I'm fascinated again. That money, what do they use it for? Because it's a very specific programme that they're trying to do with the cash that you're raising.
Yes, Kenilworth Centre basically deals with everything with the Kenilworth community. The cash that I raise mainly go into supporting the wellbeing programmes of youth and children in Kenilworth.
And that's the thing, isn't it? And also as well, you want to get more young people involved in doing this, maybe through helping you to do some of the recycling, maybe going out and doing some of the collection.
Yes, because the whole idea of collecting them actually was inspired by one of my daughters, and in her age group, and I took a lot of inspiration from my daughters, and their age group. So, I would like, young people to get involved in collecting, maybe from their neighbours, and contacting me so I can collect from them. Or if you are a Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme volunteer, you can volunteer throughout Coventry and Warwickshire. There are many points that, many places that you can volunteer.
And this is the thing about this is a win-win on all levels. I mean, I listed at the beginning of the interview some of the things that about just from that toothbrush. But the other additional thing is as well is because you're going out to each individual home and collecting them, bringing them back here, almost like a hub. You're stopping 13 car journeys, 13 CO2 emissions, 13 people going to a recycling centre.
Yes, that's the idea. So originally when I first started, it's for people who don't have enough transport, but it's expanded to people who start saying, well, it could be made more efficient.
Great, you go. So there you go, Phil. Just one example of how Kenilworth are really making a difference. So you could see maybe in Coventry or an area like Canley where Ricky lives, they could start a recycle for Canley, and maybe some of those things will be addressed.
It's a good idea, isn't it? And all the time, people are being more and more innovative with this. And there's one example right there. Richard this morning in Kenilworth, and May Lau, very much a recycling queen, with us on BBC CWR this morning. 4 minutes.